Hello and welcome to OBA School. The aim of this video is to show you how to select the right courses for you from OBA School International GCSE and A-Level distance learning courses. Your first step is to determine which subjects you need to study in order to get you admission to British universities for the degree you wish to study in the future. You may use this university's database to find the basic requirements for admission. In this page, there are 4 fields available. The first is the university degree option, from which you can select the university degree you wish to study. The second is the countries field option, from which you can choose the country where the university exists. The third is the entry channel to the university, which means the university admission route, such as a direct entry to first-year university level or direct entry to university foundation year. While the fourth option is the university field option, where you can select a specific university. Now to start, let's keep everything without selecting any of the options. So simply go ahead and hit the search button. This process displays to you everything available in our database, from which you will find all the universities, degrees, channel of entry and countries. There is an enormous number of universities and different degrees displayed. You just need to click the More button to display more universities while scrolling down the list. Now let's go on and select one of those universities. In this example, I'm going to choose a university degree called a Bachelor of Chemical Engineering, with a channel of entry to a direct admission to first-year university. So simply click on the chosen university and let's check what will happen. We see the related information box to the university we selected has popped up and displays the main admission requirements to this degree. As indicated here, this university accepts students to this degree who passed successfully their A-levels in 3 subjects, in mathematics, physics, and chemistry, provided that they have achieved grade B at least on each of them. Please keep in mind that you would still need to confirm directly from the same university website the admission requirements, and should not rely entirely on our database. To go to the university website, simply check the last section, where you can find the link to the university website. Now, let's close this information box and go back to our universities list. But this time we're going to search for a university option for another degree, but with a direct entry to a university foundation year. This time, let's choose studying for a degree called a Bachelor of Computer Science, and a direct entry channel directly to university foundation year. So let's go ahead and hit search. As shown here in the information box of this university, the requirements for admission to the computer science degree for a direct entry to a foundation year needs the applicants to have obtained successfully 5 different international GCSE subjects with grades A, B, B, C. In this example, the university didn't state the names of the 5 subjects needed for admission. Therefore, it is advisable to navigate to the website of this university, then to the dedicated page of the degree you've chosen to check for more details. To do that, please check the last section, where you can find a link that takes you directly to their website. If you still can't find the exact subjects needed to study, then we would recommend you calling or writing to them directly, asking for the names of the 5 IGCSE subjects needed to accept your application. So, let's try to see an example of how we can find more details about the admission requirements directly from the universities. To do this, let's click on the dedicated link in the last section of the information page to this university. This will take us directly to this university website, to the dedicated page of the selected degree, where we can find some information about the foundation year for computer science. Here, in this page, we can see some general information about the foundation year. But let's go to the Entry Requirements page by clicking on this tab. Now select the relevant foundation year from the list of various foundation years, which in this example is the International Foundation Year, Science, Engineering and Computing. So we can see in this table all the admission requirements for the UK and international students. Now let's look into where we can find the admission requirements of the International GCSE or IGCSE. To find this quickly, you can search for either of these terms by clicking Ctrl and F in your keyboard. Then enter either of the words IGCSE or International GCSE. Then hit Enter in your keyboard. As expected, we found the IGCSE and GCSE requirements here under the Other Qualifications. So, as indicated in this box, for the student who wishes to apply for a university foundation year to study a computer science degree, they need to have gained their IGCSE qualifications in 5 subjects, from which mathematics should be among them, achieving a grade C or higher. Notice the university indicated 5 passes at A to C in relevant subjects, which means that the 5 IGCSE subjects should be relevant to computer science, and the achievement in the 5 IGCSE qualifications needs to be any mix of grades A, B and C, for example A, B, B, C. What we have just done now is what you can do with any university found in our database to look for more details directly from the university of interest to you. It is something we strongly recommend in order to get the most up-to-date information directly from the university. Now, before we go on, it's important to understand what the abbreviation AABBC stands for. Well, in the British school system, exam performance is not signified by the marks a student achieved in the exams, such as saying a student has achieved 70% in his or her mathematics GCSE. Instead, the performance in exams is usually measured by what is called the grading scale A to U, where A represents the highest achievement and U the lowest. So, as an example, if a student achieves 70% marks in his or her exams, then it might be considered as a grade B or A. So, as an example, if a student achieves 70% marks in his or her exams, then it might be considered as a grade B or A, which depends on the exam difficulty of that exam's intake. The grading boundary of each exam's intake is determined by the examiner board. So, back again to the information box of the university. In this example, the university indicated that the applicant needs to have obtained successfully the International GCSE in 5 subjects, with grade AABBC to be accepted for a direct entry to a university foundation year. But what do they mean by the letters AABBC? Well, first, let's separate these 5 letters. So we have the letters A, B, B and C. Each of these 5 letters refer to the grade needed for each of the 5 IGCSE subjects required for admission. For example, the first letter, A, means that the applicant needs to have obtained grade A or higher in one of the 5 IGCSE subjects. And since there are 2 A's in the AABBC abbreviation, it means that the applicant should have achieved grade A or higher in 2 IGCSE subjects. The same for B. We notice there are 2 B's in the same AABBC abbreviation. That means the applicant should have achieved grade B or higher in another 2 IGCSE subjects. So there is the remaining letter C, which means that one of the 5 IGCSE subjects can be at grade C or higher. Now, what if the student has achieved AAABB or AAAAA in their IGCSE qualifications? That means the student has exceeded the admission requirements, which strengthens his or her application and increases the chances of being accepted by the university because of the distinctive performance. Now, let's start from New and go back to our university database page. But this time, instead of clicking Search without selecting any option, let's choose a university degree from the Degrees drop-down menu. We can filter further by choosing from the other 3 available options, but let's go with the degree option and select the biochemistry degree. Now click the Search button. As expected, we have filtered the database and can now see only the universities that provide the biochemistry degrees. If you would like to filter the choices further, such as excluding the option of the direct entry to first year and keeping only direct entry to foundation year, then you need to go to the filtering panel on the top left and click on the Choose Your Entry Channel to University. Then select Foundation Year and click the Search button, which will narrow down the results, limiting them to the biochemistry degree with foundation year only. In a similar way, you can filter your search down to more specific criteria by using the other options through the filtering panel. Thank you for watching, and best of luck with your future educational endeavor. A brighter future starts with education.